Hello, we are the Civil Engineering Department's Team Number 5, and we worked with the town of Manchester on the Case Mountain Recreation Area. For a small introduction to our team, to start, my name is Emma Peak.
My name is Emmanuel Adelani.
And my name is Victor Mata. Analysis of existing conditions. As our video will demonstrate, we had 4 main areas of concern for existing conditions in this project. 3 of those areas were issues with water erosion on the trail paths, and the 4th area of concern was partial collapses of a stone wall that lined a trail. The town is concerned with the safety hazards these issues present to the public. The stone wall is collapsed in numerous sections, making it possible for hikers, bikers, and visitors to fall off the side of the trail where there is a steep decline full of trees and remnants of the collapsed stone wall. The erosion of the trails cuts both through the middle of the trail and the sides, posing a threat to the public. It is easy for the erosion to be covered up by leaves or other debris, making it hard for hikers, bikers, and visitors to distinguish where the erosion is and allowing them to trip on the uneven trails. There is also erosion forming on the sides of the trail, making the accessibility of the trails smaller every year. For the areas of the collapsed stone wall, the requirements that the town of Manchester has asked us to meet are to supply design plans of a fence that will replace the areas that have collapsed, while also providing a solid foundation to build the replacement fence on. For the areas of water erosion, the requirements that the town of Manchester has asked us to meet are to supply design plans of a few water erosion control alternatives, as well as a toolbox for the solutions to the water erosion so that they can address other areas of issue throughout the recreation area in the future. One constraint that has affected our solutions to these issues is access. Because these are all hiking trails that are not very wide or flat, it presents a problem when trying to get heavy machinery up the mountain. This has affected our solutions because when taking into consideration which alternatives to use for each area of concern, we needed to make sure that equipment will be able to reach that part of the mountain.
We presented to the town of Manchester 3 alternatives to replace the stone wall: a timber fence, a concrete wall, or a steel fence. After presenting each stone wall alternative based on their cost, appearance, longevity, and ease of installment, our sponsor decided they wanted the steel fence due to its durability. As you can see in the final design, we have provided to the sponsor the plans for creating a steel chain link fence with the fence posts anchored in preformed holes to provide foundation to the fence. This will be implemented at all areas of the collapsed stone wall.
We presented to the town of Manchester 3 alternatives for water erosion control: a water bar, a French drain, and a drainage dip. Because there are numerous different types of areas of where there is trail erosion, it was concluded that all 3 alternatives will be useful, so we created design plans for each. This is the final design plans for the water bar. This will be implemented at all 3 typical areas. At areas 1 and 3, the water bar will be the only alternative used. It was chosen for area 1 because there is no place to properly direct the water off the trail with either the French drain or drainage dip due to the retaining wall that surrounds it. It was chosen for area 3 because it is at the top of the mountain, making it the hardest spot to access. When installing a water bar, no heavy machinery is necessary. It will also be used at typical area 2 along with a drainage dip to decrease the momentum of the water coming down the trail. This is the final design plans for the drainage dip. As said before, this will be implemented at typical area 2 along with a water bar. It was chosen because there is a long enough span to make the dip, but at the same time direct water off the trail.
This is the final design plans for the French drain. We decided that this design would not be implemented at any of the typical area locations due to the fact that we felt it was not the best design for any of those areas. We have still provided the plans so that when the town decides to fix water erosion in other areas, they will still have the option to use the French drain.
This is part of the toolbox that we created for the town of Manchester. In it, the town will find additional information on each water erosion control alternative and which situations the alternative is best to use in. We hope that with this toolbox for future erosion control, the town will be able to refer back to our toolbox and know which alternative would fit best at the area they are fixing.
Here we have the cost analysis for the project. The cost analysis was broken up between all 4 alternative solutions. Below you can see the materials cost and the laborer cost.
We would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, John DiBiase, and the rest of the town of Manchester, as well as the University of Connecticut School of Engineering, but more specifically, our faculty advisor, Dr. John Ivan, for the opportunity to do this project. We have enjoyed our time working with them on it.